What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Hey Babe, Can We Talk? With me, your host and bestie, Drea Renee. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the place for the hot mess expresses, the black sheeps of love, and for those who just can't seem to get it right when it comes to matters of the heart. I am you, you are me, we are one. And if no one else gets you, I do. And if you're returning, I missed you. And we're going to have a great episode. On today's episode, we have actress, entrepreneur, fitness enthusiast, travel enthusiast. She does all the things, Ki Lenice. And we're going to be talking about, is your soulmate, maybe your soulmate's not your type. Maybe your soulmate's not your type. And why are men all in their sassy era these days, you guys? We're going to get into it. But before we do, make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe, and comment down below because I love to hear from you guys. And without further ado, let's kiki with Ki Lenice.
Little Kiki darling.
A little kiki. Do people say that to you all the time? Let's kiki with Ki.
No, they don't.
Really?
You're the first one. I mean, I hear like you're the key to my heart, and key to the, all of those cliche things, but I like yours better.
What I would like to add to the repertoire.
Okay, yours is later.
Key.
We'll use yours. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God, I have to say, when I first met you, instantly fell in love. Your energy is so amazing, and I was like, must come on the show.
And I was like, I must come out of my room. I was like, who is this?
Oh, I know. First of all, I didn't even know you were in that room, by the way. We're talking about our friend Quinay, and I was like, oh my God, hello.
Hi, emerged.
And out you came. And I felt like we were immediately connected.
We really were.
Because your energy is just infectious and amazing.
And we had a lot to discuss. We had a lot in common. We were like, oh, I've been through that too. Yeah.
Yep. Same age, same dating stories in LA, trying to big sigh, big breath, figure it out. I mean, with these menses.
Woosah.
With these
woosah.
menses. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, dating here is so interesting. And
that's the operative word. Interesting.
It's interesting.
Yes.
We're having an experience and an experience, I like to say.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah. Some of these dates, girl. Some of these dates. So give us a scoop.
Oh, yes.
What's going on in Ki's dating life? You're an actress. You do all the things.
I do all the things.
And I got to say, your energy is like, hey, I'm not here to mess around. Do men get intimidated by you?
Oh, my gosh.
Ki, I know.
I'm laughing because, yes, they do. And I've heard that my entire life. But, like, what am I supposed to do?
It's the Taurus, Ki.
What do I do? My grandmother's like, oh, you intimidate men. What am I supposed to do? I think I'm nice and inviting and fun.
Yeah.
Right? But you also need to have your stuff together because we don't play those games.
And you're a Taurus, so you're like, you better come correct.
I am the Taurus of the Taurus of the Taurus. So
you really are.
Stability, all of the things, consistency, authenticity, all of those things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so let's talk about your type. And has your type been working out for you? Because today you guys were talking about maybe your soulmate isn't your type. And I really struggle with that. I really do.
So my type. Do we want to do physical? We want to do
you do give it to us
all the things.
All the things.
All the things. I like them tall because I'm tall.
You're
I'm
tall.
5'9", okay?
Yes.
So I have a reason.
Have you dated a short guy though?
I have. So it's not even the top of the list. I'm just rattling off a few things.
But to be fair, you are taller.
I am.
Yeah.
I have dated, someone 5'9", someone 5'10". Why'd you give that?
I just imagined you in heels and being like, hey, baby, are you ready for the date?
I mean,
yeah, girl.
I've never had one guy say to me, like, please don't wear heels on the date.
Really?
No.
Okay.
But they do. They're like, am I taller than you? Are you taller than me? And I'm like, I'm 5'9". They're like, oh, yeah. So I'm like 5'10". No, probably
It's like, baby doll, you're probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But, it's fine.
It is what it is.
You're into your masculinity. It's fine. I'm in my femininity with heels. It's fine. So tall is good.
Yeah.
Someone active. I'm active. I do actress, honey.
Yeah, I love. Check out her Instagram. I saw some of the stunt moves or dance stuff. What's going on? I was like,
do a little bit of everything. Some fight choreography.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, my brain. I was like stunt move dance. You know what I'm.
You were robotic is what you were doing.
Love a robot,
which works all the time. My mom is the best roboter ever. Love you, Mom.
Love it.
Someone who's physical, works out. I like to play softball. I like to just be out there doing all the things, keep my body right. So someone who's also into that is good. Emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. Yes, mature, honest. Okay, has integrity, has actual morals.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. This is what really, really matters, right?
Yeah.
If he's hot, that's great. But if you have an ugly personality, then you're the ugliest guy in the room, and it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. And how are you finding it dating your type, are you going for that? Or are you finding that maybe your type isn't your soulmate? Because this subject came from a conversation that we had.
It did.
You know? And I feel like for me, I've visually kind of dated the same guy. And I had a guest on that talked about the things that stimulate you, kind of knowing those triggers or the things that like lure you in,
Right.
So you can like put that aside and then be like, okay, because I see a beard, honey. I see some tats.
Ooh,
and then I'm just like,
and we're...
And I'm gone. Swooned.
We're like, what were you saying?
I'm gone.
Yes, honey.
Forget about it.
And then we're coy and demure, honey.
And demure, very demure.
I mean, yes. I think it's just about getting the full package. I've had like one-offs, right? Maybe this guy looks my type. Maybe this guy is like Superman, Henry Cavill, and we love that. But then their integrity sucks. Or maybe this guy has all the integrity in the world, but is not successful or trying to be successful. So I think my type is good. I think I stray away from my type a lot, and that's what gets me in trouble.
Because you're straying away from your type?
I'm straying away from my type.
Oh, interesting, because you're trying new things.
Trying new things, right? Like, okay, well, maybe he doesn't have this, but like, also I get caught off guard a lot. Sometimes my guard is down, right? Especially if I friend zone you. Okay, I'm not thinking of you in that way. And then you wear me down, and then I'm like, why did I do this?
I know. The surprisers always get you when you really are trying to keep that platonic line. Yeah. And then sometimes those bonds end up stronger because it's like, we're not dating.
Right.
But do you think men and women can have platonic relationships? Just as an aside here, there's a great debate about this.
It is.
I don't know, because I feel like, generally speaking, someone's always going to like somebody. So if you've already had sex and you've already done the thing, maybe you can be real friends.
Yeah.
But to have a truly platonic friend, I have two, I think. 1.5.
One and a half.
Is a little,
not 1.5.
He's because I think he has a little thing for me. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But the other one I know for sure is platonic, and he has no interest.
Okay.
At all. What do you think?
This is a great question. I think you're absolutely right. One of them at some point in time is going to want something more. Mm-hmm. But I think if I don't want anything, then I'm good, right? Now, we all know there's the pretend friends like Kelly Clarkson, right? Also, shout out to my Taurus girl. She has that line that says, here's the thing, we started off friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Right. Those kind of friends. You know, you're like, okay, there's a little attraction. We're going to get to know each other. We're like, so what do you have going on? And then there's like, you are my homie. Where I'm going to ask for advice for other men, right? Like, those are like two different platonic. So there's the friend that's like, yeah, sooner or later it's going to happen, but you both kind of, you're doing the dance around each other, and then
everybody kind of knows,
right?
It's like the elephant in the room,
right?
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that you can really be friends fully. I think there are some situations where it's like an exception, but the rule overall, you know, my man coming home being like, "Oh, my new coworker," I'm like, "Who? What are you talking about?"
And don't you dare say work wife.
Don't you dare say work wife.
We don't say work wife.
We do not say
work husband.
Wife. Oh,
I'm pulling up. What do you mean?
I am pulling up.
What are we talking about?
Every day at lunch. Hi.
We're all having lunch together now.
We're a work trio.
We are.
Okay. So, Drea, you don't work here. Yes, I do.
I do.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
I do work here. I see you work with my man.
The smiles.
Okay.
Did you bring him lunch? I know you didn't bring him lunch.
Exactly. So what advice would you give to someone who is constantly dating their type and it's not working out?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, for that, I will say, make sure it's not a superficial thing. Right? Make sure it's not a superficial type. Like, I want him to be this tall. I want him to have like this body type, or to be the man, and to like have everybody like sweating him or whatever. I like the nerd in the corner. Personally, I like someone who's introverted. I don't like the men who are like, look at me,
the boss,
I'm wonderful,
the big bosses.
Like
not your guy.
No, not my guy. Oh. And that's what I said. Like, I've strayed a little bit and tried that, and it has confirmed that's not my thing. But they also pretend I'm really introverted. You're not.
Right.
You need all the attention.
Yeah.
Okay. You need all of it. Okay. I like the guy in the corner who has that strong, silent type.
And those men can handle. They can handle all of Ki coming through.
They can. And they can handle it more than the other one, because the other one is competing with me. He's competing with my natural light, right? Like, I don't crave attention. I just get it. There's a difference. I'm being...
She said, listen.
We're here to talk.
Attention finds me, honey. I'm not looking for them.
I'm just being honest, right? Like, I'm ambiverted, so I'm not really like, hi, I'm Ki to everybody in the room. If I feel a connection, I'm comfortable with you, then I'm like, oh yeah, girl, and what's going on? And do, right? But do. I don't know why I say that. I've been saying that for a good month.
We're clipping that.
Do. Well, yeah, I'm more shy. And then you get to know me, and then
because I'm looking at you like, Ki, where?
When I'm comfortable, right? It's like you notice me in my natural habitat of like, I'm with somebody that I'm comfortable in, and then I can like be myself. But I never walk into a room and like, I'm kind of like really shy in the corner. Like, I honestly hate meeting new people, and I say that. And like, I really do like, oh gosh, I'm meeting somebody new. I'm that person like, who's going to be there? Who all over there?
Right. Who all over there before I get
over there? Like, am I meeting a new person today? I just have to like get myself prepared. But yeah, I like the strong, silent guy in the corner who's not socially inept. Yeah. Right. He can handle it. Right. But he's the rock.
Yeah. I think people you have your type and what you like, but I think if it's not working, you can't be afraid to venture out and try something new. You know, it does suck when you go and date the guy that maybe you aren't attracted to and they still burn you. So I apologize to those people. Worst. But girl, that is the worst.
Don't do that.
When you give the one a chance where you like, let me go ahead and give this man a chance. You're welcome. Yeah. And then they go ahead and burn you anyway. You're like, I know you're not. Because when you get in that first fight with the guy that's ugly, you don't like him that much. And you like, this ugly mother. I know he did not call me back. I'm supposed to not call you back.
Yes. It's like, see, no.
Like, excuse me?
We don't want to go that far. We don't want to go that far, okay? You still have to be attracted to them. That is important.
But sometimes they'll get you with the humor.
No, they do.
A little gift
charisma,
here and there.
Flowers.
You know, opening a door.
That's true.
Or two. It's true because men have set the bar, no offense, guys, but so low. Yeah. Especially in LA living. A guy opens a door. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Pulls back a chair. I'm like, oh, you have manners?
He just goes up the rankings.
He goes up the rankings real quick.
For me, I'll tell you what gets me is if we're walking on the sidewalk and he was raised right and he puts me on the inside, honey. I'm like, you were raised right.
A sidewalk move.
You know what I mean? Spoon, you better sidewalk swoon me.
Sidewalk swoon me.
Sidewalk swoon me all day.
Love a sidewalk swoon.
Yes, make me feel like
I love feeling dainty. Yes. And just like the lady stuff. Like, yes, I know I talk a lot about my show. Like, I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. I'm all the things. But I don't mind simply like, hey, calm down, Drea. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, put me in my place.
Tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do.
You just have to have your life together in order to do that. Okay. I have to respect you. I have to respect you. I can love you back or be in limerence with you. I know you've talked about that before.
I love a little limerence moment. Love a little limerence moment.
It's terrible. It's good when you get out of it.
It is so fun in the beginning. It is. I'm not going to lie. I love a limerence.
When you come out of it, you're like, what was I thinking?
What's usually that first fight? You know what I mean? When everything snaps back. I always say that is when you know where your relationship really is. Facts. In that first little discord moment. And you're like, okay, hold on a second.
Not the earrings.
What'd you say to me?
Did I hear you correctly? I know I didn't.
You are not cute enough to talk to me like that.
I'm going to give you a second to retract that statement.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Respect is huge, right? You can be all the things and I can love you back. But if I don't respect you, it will never work.
It will never work. It took me a long time to realize that because I was dating someone for a long time that I don't even know if I was conscious that I wasn't respecting him or that I did or didn't. It wasn't even a thought. Yeah. And then my mom said something and she was like, do you respect him as a man? Forget loving or liking him. Do you respect what he's saying? And you know how I knew is we would be in the room with other people. Right. And I would watch him talking to people and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, no, that's not a good sign.
And I was like, I don't believe him, right?
Oh yeah.
Because he was lying and saying things that weren't true. Okay. So I
had a reason not to believe.
I had a reason not to believe him, not just because we were having issues, right? But it's like you can literally look at someone and be arguing with them or fight them, but still respect them and be like, that's still a man of integrity. That's still a person that knows what's going on.
There's a way to argue. And you have to argue respectfully. And that's also how I can tell. Because look, I can hurt you with my words. Yeah. That's something I'm proud of. But also, it will be true. I will hurt you with the truth. It's not, I don't make up lies, right? It will be honest. It will be the truth. But if I can talk to you that way, I'm like, ooh, I don't respect you and I need to get out of this. Yeah. Because you've lied. It's usually a liar. Right. I'll lose respect for you if you're a liar, if you don't have integrity. And that's kind of asinine to think that you could be a liar and a narcissist and a manipulator and still get respect. Like, what world are you living in?
This one?
Not my reality.
This is what they're living in this world.
Go over there.
There's so much of that conversation now, and I think people just didn't have the language for it before, but it's been happening for a really long time.
Really long time.
So I want to move on to the sassy men era. 'Cause you and I had a nice little brunch, and we saw some cuties. And you said they did come over here. Why are they being so sassy?
No, they're just going to stare at me and try to get my number through osmosis. Like, what do you mean? Like, come over.
Are we supposed to go over there now?
No.
Are you guys afraid? Are you afraid?
Please don't be afraid. Now, here's the thing. I will drop a handkerchief, right?
Figuratively or literally?
A handkerchief. Figuratively.
Oh, okay. I was like, girl, why you got a handkerchief?
Well, no, girl, we don't. Doesn't go with the outfit. You know what I mean?
I was like, where does handkerchief come from?
It's just a reference to like in the Casablanca. Casablanca.
I got it, girl. I had to think
that was a
real moment. I was like,
we
don't need to bring a handkerchief.
The lady would drop the handkerchief and the man would pick it up, and that's, give him a little signal. I'll give him a little wink, a little smile, a little lingering, which is what I did, right? I looked, smiled.
You were very inviting, and we're over here like.
I was like, oh, are you just going to walk out? Which was really funny because I went to the next space. Remember, I went to the rooftop by myself. And I was talking to another guy, and they walked in. And I was like, see?
Right, exactly. What is going on right now with these men? What do you think?
I think it's a combination of things. They're going to get away with what they can get away with. And there's a lot of women out there that are very desperate to prove that they are worthy. And they want to win a man. By all means necessary, financially.
Not today.
Girl, we just...
Chase think it's clothes, honey, for you.
Why are we doing this? Okay. And there's just a lot of lack of self-love and respect going around. And these men can get away with it. If these girls are like, oh, me. Oh, yeah, I can buy you that. I could send you on a plane. Like,
who am I sending on a plane?
Not me. I'm not sending anybody on a plane. I'm just speaking from what I've heard from my experience. Yes, these women are buying men flights. They're co-signing cars.
The men are getting flued out. The men are getting flued out.
The men are getting, that is for us.
I'm dead.
They're getting flued out, honey.
And I'm like, well, what color lip gloss you got?
Do you wear Fenty?
Do you wear Fenty?
Okay. That's what I have on right now. Yes, they're getting, co-sign on cars and credit cards and helping credit build and investing into businesses. And it's a real sassy era. But these women are allowing it, and men are eating it up. And then they meet someone who has self-respect. And I'm like, wait, what world are we living in right now? Like, you want me to do what? Is there a ring on this finger? I know there is right now.
I know.
For aesthetic.
Fashion. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But did you give me a ring on this finger? Like,
what
people are acting married and they're not married. And I'm like, I'm not doing this for a boyfriend. What are we doing?
Giving all of it.
Giving over-giving, proving time and time and again, and you're paying for that.
Yeah.
And you'll be paying for that for the rest of your life. Otherwise, he won't be with you, which is sad.
It's so sad, and I feel like the men get built up by these women who have the pick-me, desperate energy and to do anything. And then they meet someone that is maybe a little bit more in their own independence, more feminine and all those things. And that's where they like really grow. And then they feel more embodied in their masculinity because someone's not picking up after them and like pushing them. They're like having to push themselves because this woman's just sitting by doing like nothing, basically.
But the sassy men don't want to grow. They don't want
the
to
real
grow.
Sassy men.
Yeah, they don't want to grow. They're like, why? When this woman is going to do any and everything. And sometimes it's 5 women. Right? Yeah, 5 different lives. You telling this one that's your girl. You telling this one I love you, baby. You telling this one that one. You getting bills paid from all these girls. Like, it's a whole system.
Right. And
these
you
men
feel
have a
like
whole system.
These sassy men are not in their masculine.
No.
Yeah.
Because you argue like women. Like, what do you mean? Like, I want the man to be the rock. I want to be able to come to him with problems, which means he has to be successfully single on his own.
Successfully single. I love that, Ki. Snap.
Successfully single, right? Like, not relying on anybody else to pay your bills. You need to actually be content with the life that you've had or you have right now. I dated a finance guy, and he's like, my life is miserable. I was like, okay. Check, please.
And you have to listen to those things, right?
Yes.
You have to, because I heard someone say recently, whatever energy, whatever stuff they have going on, when you start dating this person, you're taking all that on too.
It's your stuff.
You're taking all of that on. So if you get with someone who's complaining all the time, you might start complaining all the time. Or you're just going to be a doormat for this person's problems to listen to them all the time.
Yes, and that's what therapy is for. Okay? Therapy is good. Go to therapy. Like let's work on our issues.
Ashamed of therapy.
Right? No, we all have things. Well, there's some that have more than others.
Right.
Right? But just love yourself a little bit more. Go get some help, talk things out, figure it out. Don't rely on somebody else to build you up. Like, you have to be happy on your own. And I've had 2 guys like, I don't believe in happiness. So I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah, are you just gonna give up? I'm a fighter. I'm gonna fight. I fight for the life that I have. I fight, to counter the negative thoughts. I fight to be a good person and a good sister and a friend and all of those things.
And it's not easy. It's not like you're sitting here saying these things are just like come to you so naturally. These are things you really have to work for.
You do. And you have to get past your own traumas and but you should actively want to do that instead of just pretending.
Well, a lot of people end up hiding in relationships, right? So then they take all that trauma and all the stuff they haven't done on themselves and they just merge it with somebody else's. I used to say before I was healed, I would go on a date as my 7-year-old self. And I feel like I would bring all of my baggage to a person I did not know. Like, can you unpack that? What's your name? It doesn't matter. Don't care. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you help me with this? Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Load it up onto you.
Load it up onto you because I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
But now I feel more prepared because I've taken that time to really work on Drea before now merging myself with another human being. And I feel like people do not allow themselves for that time. They just go get with somebody else.
No, they do the monkey bar thing.
The monkey bar thing,
Swing it from relationship to relationship, monkey bar to monkey bar. And okay, this person figured me out and she requires more from me. Great, I'm going to swing to this monkey bar. We're going to tap it for everything it's worth. And then now she wants different expectations. Okay, great. We're going to swing to another monkey bar. It's a very sad thing. And that's what I'm seeing more and more. And I'm like, I can't support that.
Yeah.
You have to do the work. You can't just pretend to be a man of integrity or a woman of integrity and be somebody worthy of love. How about work to be worthy of the love that you're getting from people who think that you're somebody that you're not?
Amen. Yeah, girl.
Work it out.
Work it out.
Okay, we
Grow up.
support you.
Okay?
Please.
Sorry, there was some personal trauma in there. I apologize for the bass in
everyone's
my
sake.
voice. Seriously. Oh my God, thank you so much for being here. You've been so amazing. So before we let you go, we're going to play a little game of red flag, green flag. And then I have to ask you, this is a new portion of the show, the great umbrella debate. I'm so excited to ask you about
Okay, yes. Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh, I am so excited for this.
Okay, so we're going to play red flag, green flag. And for the people listening who can't get the lovely visual experience, as you should, so you have to say red flag or green flag. Okay? So text you back quickly, right away.
Green flag.
Yes.
I'm actually trying to be more mindful of that myself because I'm like, when did we think it was okay to wait 2-3 days for a response? We all have our phones.
God forbid you respond when they text you.
Right?
So thirsty.
Yes? No, yeah, I'm trying to be more mindful of that. Like, let me respond because also I want to set that expectation. I'm going to respond, you respond to me.
You got 7 minutes with me and I think you're dead after that. Okay? Has children.
Ooh. That's a red and a green. I mean, it's great to see people navigate that world. I'm not a mother. And so to see someone being a father is really a good father.
Yes.
Present for their children is really attractive, right? They have an instinct. You're like, oh, that's kind of handsome. Because I feel like you can also respect someone on that level of if I don't get along with you on anything else, you're a mom and that child loves you and you love your child, or you're a father and they adore you, you're their hero. Yeah. I can respect you on that level. But red, if it's too many baby mamas,
ooh, girl.
because some of y'all be collecting baby mamas like Pokemon Go.
So true.
Was that too real? I'm sorry.
No, there's no such thing. No such thing.
So that would be a red flag for me of is there an actual commitment? Did you have a commitment with this person?
Right.
Were you divorced? Or are you just out here, doing hopscotch, on them sidewalks, okay?
And not even
streets, the sidewalks, right? Okay. Every little crevice, So are you just doing that or something happened and you guys divorced and things like that? So
okay. Yeah. So next one, if they haven't been in a long-term relationship and they are over 30, they've never been in a long-term relationship.
It's a red flag. Sorry. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing? Is there some history there?
Well, no. I mean, it's just certain things are part of maturing and growing and, successfully single, like I said.
Yeah.
So how do you know how to navigate conflict if you've never been in a long-term relationship?
Thank you.
You know, is that even what you want? Which is fine, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Right.
You know, and then that's all good. For someone who's looking for a long-term relationship and an eventual marriage, that is a red flag for me.
Because we need some experience.
You do. Like, you can't stand anybody for 2 months or
longer.
Or your type isn't your soulmate, right? Okay, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, does TikTok videos and content and Instagram videos and dances online?
Why do I keep laughing?
That's a pretty funny sight. No shade to the content creators making all the money.
Yeah, no shade indeed.
But would you date that guy who's like, babe?
No, I'm gonna say red flag. And again, like, I am a creator. I'm an actress and an artist, right? So a lot of that comes with the territory, right? But it is something about it is cringy to me. I'm just like, and the get ready with me's. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get ready with you. That's not what we're doing. It's a little cringe to me. It's a little, you know. I'm not even on TikTok like that. So if you're like waking me up, like, babe, we got to do the next trend. I'm like, no,
we're not doing it.
We're not doing
go to the office.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I like
portfolio.
Yes, investment banker, something like that. Right? Yeah, better for me.
Okay, last one. Bad relationship with her mother.
Okay,
easy one.
I'm gonna say ultimately that's a red flag, but sometimes the mom can be toxic. Right? Okay. Sometimes the mom can be toxic. So that's like a green and a red flag because I do want him to have boundaries.
Right.
Because I kind of went through something like that, very similar.
That's why I always ask that question because people are like, it's an automatic red flag, but I'm like, you never know what we're going to answer.
I wish that he could see how he was being so manipulated. And it really ended up being the end of us. So I would say it's red and green. If you have a toxic parent, family member, I would hope that you can have those boundaries and recognize what they're projecting onto you.
Right.
That isn't your life, you know? But also if you treat your mom bad or call her crazy, that is a red flag.
Okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Hey, now we're going to move on to the great umbrella debate before we let you go. So this is something new that I'm doing on the show because I think I'm going to start asking everybody this. So if your husband is going to pick up your child at their school, it's raining outside, and there's a parent there, a woman, who's standing in the rain, and he's like, oh, hey, come share my umbrella with me. Are you like, Are you like, oh, babe, I don't care?
No, I wouldn't be That's a sign of a man to me. That's a sign of a gentleman.
Okay.
It really
You don't care what she looks like.
No, I mean, look, keep it quick. No need for the lingering. We're not going to linger. We're not going to exchange information. We don't need to do that. There's no dilly-dallying, right?
Keep it quick.
I mean,
that rain better hurry up and stop.
Because let's think about it in the reverse. If it were me and some man, my husband saw, it would be quick and respectful. Thank you so much. And I'm getting in the car. It wouldn't be like, oh, what's your name?
Right.
Swoon. Oh, it wouldn't be any of that. So let's keep it respectful. But I think that's a gentlemanly thing
to do. Okay, because some people are like, absolutely not.
No.
So I'm always interested to see where this question lands. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time and being vulnerable and keeping it 100.
Okay.
Thank you, Ki.
Thank you, babe.
All right, guys. As always, thank you so much for lending me your ear. Don't forget, this is the place for the hot mess expresses, the black sheeps of love. And until next time, this is Hey Babe, Can We Talk? And I'm Drea Renee.